You think the Storage Wars drama ended when the cameras stopped rolling? Not even close. What happened behind the scenes is way messier than anything they ever let slip on TV. Today, we're digging into the real stories the Storage Wars cast tried to outrun: lawsuits, feuds, heartbreak, and the tragedy that nearly shut the whole show down. And trust me, there's one cast member whose downfall changed everything. Storage Wars started as a simple treasure hunt show. Abandoned storage lockers, fast auctions, and cast members hoping to strike gold. Viewers loved the suspense, the weird surprises inside the units, and the big personalities who made every bid feel like a showdown.
Not 120 years old. I'll bet you $5,000.
It's Victorian. It's 120 years old.
The cast became instant favorites almost overnight. But fame brought problems none of them expected. Bigger paychecks, bigger egos, and non-stop competition turned filming into a pressure cooker.
Cut your
I
face
can't
off.
shut my face.
Did you know I could do this?
I did know you could do that.
What began as friendly rivalry slowly turned into real tension, money fights, and behind-the-scenes drama the cameras never fully showed. Dave Hester himself might be the single most controversial person ever to appear on Storage Wars. Whether you loved him or hated him, he made the show unpredictable, and drama followed him like a shadow. Dave came in hot from day one. He wasn't interested in being liked. He wanted to win. He wanted units. And he wanted everyone on the planet to know he was the best at this game. His bold attitude, loud bidding style, and constant trash talk quickly made him the villain of Storage Wars.
Open your eyes.
And if you don't like it, get the f*** out. Really? Ready!
But the real problems didn't start until Dave decided the show wasn't giving him what he deserved. Behind the scenes, he was arguing with producers, demanding higher pay, and complaining about how often they showed him losing. That tension grew until it snapped. Before we move on, if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe and smash that like button. Thank you. Let's get back to it. In 2012, Dave launched an explosive lawsuit against A&E, claiming the show was staged. He said producers planted items inside lockers to make certain cast members look like they were hitting big jackpots. He also claimed they manipulated bids to force drama.
My auction, you can't solicit my other
It's
buyers
not
here.
your auction. This auction
This is my
belongs to
auction.
the
I'm getting
storage
commission
company.
from this auction. I'm going to take 20%
You
for
are
unit
paid
A2.
to
For a show that was marketed as real, this lawsuit nearly killed everything. A&E immediately fired him. Dave fought back. The other cast members were furious. He basically accused all of them of being part of a fake production. Even if some cast didn't love him, they weren't thrilled about being dragged into a legal circus.
Dog collars. Look good on you.
Go buy yourself a joke book.
The lawsuit became national news. Fans took sides, ratings dropped, and the whole future of the show was hanging in the balance. In 2014, Dave suddenly returned to the show.
Meow. Meow. Who's the idiot that's bidding?
But things were never the same. You could feel the tension through the screen. Cast members refused to work closely with him. Some wouldn't even look at him. It was like inviting your ex to Thanksgiving dinner. Awkward, forced, and painful. Dave eventually stepped away again, staying busy with his business. But the damage he caused? That stayed with the show forever. His lawsuit was the first domino that set off years of chaos. Darrell Sheets, known as the Gambler, brought big energy and even bigger fines. He pulled in some of the most iconic storage treasures ever. Paintings worth thousands, rare collectibles, you name it. He lived for the rush. But behind the scenes, Darrell's life wasn't all high fives and big scores.
Frank Gutierrez, this thing could be worth thousands. There's hundreds of Frank Gutierrez paintings. So I called an
In 2019, fans were shocked when Darrell revealed he had suffered a massive heart attack. He said doctors told him it was one of the worst cases they'd ever seen. Darrell didn't just leave the show for a break. He genuinely didn't know if he'd ever get back on his feet. That's how serious it was. During this time, he lost weight, lost work, and struggled with recovery. His future on Storage Wars became uncertain. while fans hoped for a full comeback. Darrell admitted that the heart attack changed his entire perspective. The stress of the auctions, constant filming, and the competitiveness of the show weren't something he could just jump back into. His near-death scare was a wake-up call.
It's not?
Have you not been listening to anything I say?
Not really.
Not just for him, but for the entire cast. It was one of the earliest signs that Storage Wars was taking a toll on more than just wallets. Ivy Calvin stormed into Storage Wars with a presence you couldn't miss. Big frame, calm confidence, and a stare that said he wasn't here to play games. But what many fans don't realize is that Ivy didn't start in storage auctions at all. He came from a world just as intense. Before TV fame, Ivy was a serious athlete. He's an American professional football fullback and linebacker.
But it don't mean I can't take a peek right now.
Who played for the San Jose SaberCats of the Arena Football League back in 1995. And that wasn't the end of it. Ivy also stepped into mixed martial arts, a sport that demands discipline, toughness, and mental control. That background explains a lot about how he carries himself, quiet, focused, and ready for pressure. When Ivy entered Storage Wars, he wasn't chasing fame. He was chasing inventory. He ran a resale shop called Grandma's Attic. And every storage unit mattered because it directly fed his business. This wasn't TV money to him. It was real-life survival. But joining the show came with challenges he didn't expect. Ivy had to adjust to cameras, producers, fan attention, and cast members who didn't love being physically or mentally outmatched. His aggressive yet controlled bidding style earned respect from some and resentment from others.
I won't even look long because I'm so good at what I do. 2,350.
Fine.
Anywhere the person wants.
Unlike many cast members, Ivy stayed away from major scandals. Still, the pressure was real. Running Grandma's Attic while filming wasn't easy, and injuries later slowed him down, making the job even harder. Through it all, Ivy remained one of the most grounded people on the show. While others clashed, sued, or disappeared, Ivy stayed steady. Proof that not everyone cracked under the weight of Storage Wars fame. For years, Jarrod and Brandi were the couple of Storage Wars. They were funny, relatable, and always arguing in a way that somehow worked. Fans loved them because they felt real. Their thrift store, Now and Then, became part of their identity on the show. But behind the TV smiles, things were crumbling. Running a store, raising kids, and filming a hit show isn't easy. Add financial stress, business decisions, and non-stop pressure. And their relationship slowly began to fall apart. By 2018, rumors were everywhere, and eventually Brandi confirmed they had split.
What was I thinking?
I mean, after 15 years of being with Jarrod, I just assumed that ship had sailed.
It wasn't a small breakup. It was a full-on emotional hurricane. They still had to film together, which meant forced interactions, awkward silences, and tension you could feel through the screen. Then, things got worse. In 2021, Jarrod was charged with resisting arrest and domestic violence in an incident involving Brandi. The case shocked fans and split the Storage Wars audience completely. While details were limited, it was clear the breakup had turned ugly. Brandi later spoke openly about rebuilding her life alone. She stepped out of the show's drama and focused on raising her kids. Jarrod, meanwhile, appeared less frequently and stayed mostly away from the spotlight. Their split drastically changed the show's vibe. What once was a comedic duo became one of the darkest storylines in Storage Wars history.
There. And we're bid against each other. I'll throw them off. They won't know what's going on.
Barry Weiss was the cool uncle of Storage Wars. Every episode, he rolled up in a new classic car, wearing sunglasses, cracking jokes, and treating the whole thing like a hobby. He didn't need the money. He just wanted fun. But in 2015, Barry left the show unexpectedly. Fans missed him instantly. No big exit speech, no emotional goodbye. He just disappeared from our screens. Then, in 2019, tragedy struck. Barry was involved in a near-fatal motorcycle accident that left him with serious injuries. Doctors had to rebuild parts of his body. He spent months recovering, and for a while, fans wondered if he'd ever be the same. Barry's charm didn't disappear, though.
They were quarreling, which was good because they were kind of distracted.
When he did return briefly for a small appearance, viewers were emotional. He looked older, slower, but still undeniably Barry. His accident was a reminder that behind the fun persona was a real person whose life took a dramatic turn the show never revealed. Rene and Casey didn't stir the pot as much as others, but they weren't drama-free either. They came in as experienced resellers with a large store and deep pockets. Some fans loved them, some thought they were arrogant. Their confidence rubbed people the wrong way, especially when Rene outbid people with ease. Although they avoided major scandals, they did face criticism from fans who accused them of being too competitive, too vocal, or too aggressive in negotiations. But behind the scenes, they were smart. They focused on building their store, growing their social media, and using the show's fame to expand their business. Their biggest challenge? Dealing with the pressure of becoming new main cast members when old ones were dropping out. Auctioneers Laura and Dan Dotson were the backbone of Storage Wars. But even they faced moments that nearly destroyed everything. In 2014, Dan suddenly collapsed due to a double brain aneurysm. Laura acted fast, calling 911 and performing the steps that ultimately saved his life. Dan later said he wouldn't have survived if Laura reacted even a minute slower. Outside of medical scares, the Dotsons faced multiple lawsuits over storage units they auctioned off. One case involved a locker that contained $7.5 million in cash. The original owner claimed it was lost by accident. The buyer wanted to keep it. The Dotsons were stuck in the middle. It became a media circus, and once again, Storage Wars found itself in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. At this point, Storage Wars wasn't just a fun reality show, it was a pressure cooker. Cast members were dealing with serious health scares, lawsuits, breakups, scandals, and fights. The line between TV drama and real drama disappeared. Producers struggled to keep the show together. Cast members were leaving, coming back, or refusing to film with each other. Fans were noticing the tension. Bidding wars didn't feel friendly anymore. They felt personal. And with Dave's lawsuit damaging the show's reputation, plus the sudden tragedies hitting key cast members, A&E faced a massive challenge. Could the show even continue? The reality was simple. Storage Wars was falling apart internally, even while pulling millions of viewers. The ripple effects from all these issues shaped the show's future. Dave's lawsuit made everyone paranoid. Barry's accident reminded fans that life outside the show was dangerous and unpredictable. Darrell's heart attack made producers rethink how much stress cast members were handling. Meanwhile, Brandi and Jarrod's breakup forced editors to restructure episodes entirely. Scenes were rearranged to avoid putting them together. Producers had to coach cast members through emotional moments. The cast wasn't a team anymore. They were individuals trying to survive a show that had grown far bigger than any of them could control. Yet somehow, Storage Wars pushed forward. Different cast members stepped up. New personalities filled gaps. Audiences kept tuning in, almost unaware how close the show came to collapsing. The turning point came when multiple crises hit at once. Dave's legal war, Barry's accident, Dan's aneurysm, Brandi and Jarrod's split, and Darrell's health scare. A&E executives reportedly considered pulling the plug. With the cast fractured and fans worried, the show seemed doomed. But then something surprising happened. The cast slowly returned, one by one. Not in perfect shape, but willing to keep fighting. Fans rallied behind them. The show regained momentum, proving that even in chaos, there was still something people loved. The unpredictability, the personalities, the treasure hunt. Storage Wars survived. But it wasn't the same show anymore, so when you watch Storage Wars now, remember, every laugh and every deal hides real stories of pain, conflict, and survival. These cast members weren't just bidding on storage units. They were fighting their own battles off camera. And some of those battles nearly destroyed everything. For more deep dives like this, subscribe, smash that like button, and share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time.